Now, the Treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, is holding a media conference. He's in Melbourne. Let's take a listen in.
Education systems and of course increasing competition. So most recently we passed through the Parliament the consumer data right, which will enable more competition in the banking sector, and it will be extended out to energy and telecommunications, and we're capturing digital disruption to the benefit of consumers. In the budget, we extended the instant asset write-off for companies with a turnover of up to $50 million out to $30,000. And we have brought forward the company tax cuts for businesses with a turnover under $50 million, brought them forward 5 years earlier than originally intended, and we've also put in place a $2 billion securitisation fund. Those reforms are actually increasing access to finance and decreasing the cost to invest for those businesses. The $100 billion of infrastructure spending, which I talked about today, is a pipeline of nation-building projects which will bust the congestion in our cities, get people to work and home sooner and safer, and unlock the potential of our region. So a lot of things that we're doing, a lot of things we have been doing, and a lot of things we'll continue to do.
Can you tell business how to operate though? Doesn't it go against free market ideals to urge them to reinvest rather than letting them run their companies as they like?
Well, businesses obviously need to make their own decisions, but my key message is it's in the best interests of their shareholders, the company and the Australian economy. Were they to invest more in capital, were they to grow and to invest more in research and development, having a share buyback because you have excess capital through an asset sale or operating cash flow may be a short-term solution, but may not necessarily provide the long-term benefits to your company. And I cited the cases of CSL and Cochlear, two technology-driven companies that have capitalised on the environment in which they're operating in to invest and to grow.
And which infrastructure projects are among those being considered for being fast-tracked?
Oh, we have, as I said, we've got 160 infrastructure projects under construction today, 120 in the planning phase, and I made the point that we are looking at what projects can be brought forward, but we will always bear in mind the capacity constraints as well as ensuring that we're coordinated with the states. We have a very, very significant pipeline, $100 billion over 10 years of infrastructure spending, with the cost of congestion in our cities reaching $40 billion in the years ahead. Governments at all levels need to tackle the congestion, and that's what we're doing with a number of our projects.
Isn't it a bit hypocritical to make this call now on dividends when you so vehemently defended franking credit refunds in the election, a policy that incentivises the payment of dividends?
They're completely different issues. What we're talking about now is share buybacks. What we're now saying is companies that are not necessarily investing in research and development or new capital equipment, or indeed growing their business and new asset purchases. They're not doing that because they're wanting to return, wanting to do a share buyback and purchase back more of their shares and lift their share price that way. My message today is the way to benefit your company, to benefit your shareholders, to grow the economy, is to look for new opportunities, is to expand the horizons, is to take the good ideas that are out there and the track record of these companies to use the balance sheet and the opportunity with low interest rates to grow. And to grow means you create more jobs, and that will be good news for productivity and the economy.
Last question.
The expectation that business is going to invest when you're not actually doing it, giving any incentive to do so, wouldn't a better policy be to develop a serious, plausible, clear energy policy?
Well, energy is one of the topics we talked about today, and I pointed out in my speech that there's a lot of digital disruption in the energy sector, and through our consumer data right, that will be extended eventually to energy. But we're also investing in new generation. We've invested in the stability of the system with Snowy 2.0, a multi-billion-dollar initiative from the Commonwealth Government. We're committed to increasing the interconnectedness between Tasmania and the mainland and capitalising on their pumped hydro capacity and their wind technology. And of course, we're following through on the ACCC's recommendations about new generation, as well as more transparency in the gas market and in the retail market. So there are a lot of things that we're doing in the energy space, which have started to see energy prices come down, which have started to see gas prices come down. But there are no silver bullets in energy or indeed to the productivity challenge. There's no simple answers, but we have a whole series of initiatives underway which are designed to get energy prices down, get productivity up, and to allow Australians to keep more of what they earn.
OK, we'll leave that there for the moment. That was our Treasurer Josh Frydenberg speaking there in Melbourne. Live rounds have been fired to ward off protesters on a night of mayhem in Hong Kong.